Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the 1-year review of our Honda Pioneer 1000. We've used it through a whole calving season and a whole summer season with all the farming and stuff. And yeah, we're going to be talking about it. So and one thing that wasn't on it last time was this bumper. The bumper was actually never on it all those calving seasons and the summer season. It was just the standard bumper that comes with it. We just put it on a couple days ago, so we're excited to have it. It seemed like everything on here was always a little bit tricky to install, get it on there, and it does look really good. It doesn't feel too bad. There's 2 bolts on the top there and then 1 on the bottom here, and that's the same on the other side. So that's all that holds the bumper on. It's just those 2 bolts, and like it seems pretty sturdy. This is our hitch system that we built because Honda doesn't make one. Honda doesn't make a bumper with a hitch on it, so we had to make one for our calf catcher, and we just clamped around the frame, or I guess the bumper post that is kind of like 2 hitch receivers, and then welded onto the winch guide system as well. And then the light bar, we mounted it here. It's where it seemed the best fitting for the brackets that come with it. And it doesn't it does stick out a little bit. It'd either be here or in here, but because we had to put it down there, the brackets that we have don't really hook around round tubing, so we had to go there with it. Everything inside here has been doing pretty good. Nothing's really broke or gave us any trouble. The one major concern is that this cab does not seal at all. Like, even though we've tried our best to have all doors, the back window, we've kind of tried to tape up the top there, this cab does not seal. And even though it may look clean now, there is plenty of dirt that gets in here, especially when you're driving down the gravel roads. It's been quite dry. Usually you have to have the windows down, breathing out the windows, because inside here you just see the dust swirling around, and you just know you're breathing in all that dust. So that is kind of a bummer, that does not seal very well. The heater in here works very well. We'll defrost the windshield, it will warm you up. Usually we have to turn the heater down after a little bit because it gets so hot in here. With the motor being underneath the seat partly, there's a lot of heat that comes off there, and you basically have a built-in heated seat, and you will be able to feel it in the wintertime and in the summertime. The seat does get very warm, and in the summertime it does get very hot in here sometimes, so you usually have to have the windows down. And this windshield doesn't fold up at all, so it's kind of like it does get warm here, but it works very good in the wintertime. You won't get cold. That's one complaint. Another complaint is that this back window here, I'll come around this back window here, the zipper worked very good when it was new, but now that it's kind of had dust get into it, it's sort of getting a little bit, like, it's really not that old. It's only not even really a year old, and there must have been some damage here. It could have been our fault too. We don't really know how it happens, but now, like, every time you try to zip up here, one of the zipper things got damaged, so now it splits it open and it won't keep it sealed. So that's as tight as we can get it. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, the zipper parts feel very heavy, but it didn't really last as long as we wanted it to. Another thing too that I want to cover here is that this latch on us, the spring in there had broke, and so then the latch, like, you had to manually kick it up so it would close the door. I don't really know why that happened or how, or if that just luck of the draw, if it was bad design or not. We got it fixed. It wasn't very expensive to fix. We got that working good. Another thing as well is that in these solid doors that come with it, these seals, so there's this felt padding for your window, your glass window on both sides and all around up top too, and they're just set in there like nothing's glued, and this one slipped all the way down into the door, and we had to kind of take the door apart, fish it out. This one was sliding down. We caught it before it fell down, so we had to glue this side, had to glue that side, and then the same thing was happening on the driver's side door as well. They were sliding down and not staying up, so which caused your window to rattle very, very loudly. Again, another rattle. part here, it was kind of peeling over too, so it wasn't allowing it to go all the way up as well, but we think we got it fixed now. I think our last thing that we don't really like as much is that the speed on it. Like when you're like we have got it up to 100 kilometers, but it is quite like very high RPM to get up there. So like when you're going down the gravel road, I like the RPM that's kind of nice, seems like around 60 kilometers, which is fine, but it just like, it seems like it'd be nice to have like you'd be able to go 70 or 80 and not as high as RPM. Like it feels very stable when you're going that fast too. One complaint, and I'm not really sure what the deal is here, but we either, when you're going down the gravel road like going pretty fast, or when you're working cattle or chasing cattle, like you're using your steering wheel a lot, you're going back and forth quite a bit, there's a power steering light that comes on, and then you lose your power steering light. Then it's just your rack and pin or whatever, and it's electric motor, I believe, so there's no fluid. It's not like it's low in fluid or anything like that, but it comes on and then it'll go away, and then you get your steering back. And so we're not sure if it's overheating or what the deal is there, but it is kind of annoying, like when you are chasing cattle and then you lose your steering, and then it takes like twice the effort or more to keep turning your steering wheel. But other than that, those are the only things that are like minor inconveniences. They've all been able to fix, and we've all been able to deal with all the issues. But other than that, this thing is very, very nice. It works very good at what it's designed to do for in the deep snow, or we haven't really had much mud. It's been pretty dry, but I know for snow, it does very well in the snow. It does not get stuck very easily. It takes quite a bit to get it stuck. We have got it stuck one time. That was I'm gonna blame it on the snow, because there was a hard crust, like probably about an inch of like ice, because it had rained, and so it was a hard crust, and underneath it was just powder. We ended up breaking through the ice, and then it was just sitting on the frame, spinning in the powder. So we had to use the winch. The winch did all the work, pulled itself out of there, and that's another thing too. That winch is super strong. Does not struggle at all with anything that we've needed it to use for. This thing is a very nice rig, and I hope that helps. Maybe helps you decide if this is a right purchase for you or not. So thanks for watching.